Hello, tonight's homework is 1.2.3, number 50, 51, and 52. Number 50, for each of the shapes formed by algebra tiles below, sketch and label the shape on your paper and write an expression that represents the perimeter. Simplify your perimeter expression as much as possible. Okay, so sketch and label the shape on your paper. Okay, well, this is it. Um, so this side length is X. I have that. This side length is 1. So this is X. This is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I could technically say if this is X, then I know this is X as well. Um, oh, and to find this side length, it would be X minus 1 because I know this whole thing's X and we're going to minus this 1. So technically I have 2 X's and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 1 is plus 8. That's that perimeter. Okay, this side right here is Y. And I know this side right here is X. Those are the basic ones we know. And then I know each individual one of these is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This right here would be Y minus 1. And again, down here would be Y minus 1. And this is also Y minus 1. And this up here would be X minus 1. Okay, so then when we're calculating all these up, we'll start with the X's. I have 2 X's. And then my Y's, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Y's. Now count all my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now I have to do my subtractions of my Y's. So minus 12 minus 1, 2, 3. 12 minus 3 is 8. So this would be plus 8. Okay. Now 51. We're just doing making the area boxes. For each raccoon, what is the area of each part? And then what is the area of each hole? So 7 times 11 is 77. 11 times 3 is 33. 7 times 8 is 56. And 8 times 3 is 24. So I would add all these up. And that is going to equal 190 units squared. So whenever we're doing area, we always want to do squared. Okay. Over here, I have 11x times 3x is 33x squared. 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x. Negative 4 times 11x is negative 44x. And negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8. So I can go ahead and combine all of my like terms. I have 33x squared minus 44x minus 6x plus 8. 33x squared. Combine negative 4x minus 6x is going to be a minus 50x plus 8 units squared is my final answer for this one. And then number 52. Match each table of data on the left with its equation on the right and briefly explain why it matches the data. So turn the page. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 graphs and 6 choices. So 2 are not going to belong. So looking at this, I can tell that my y-intercept or my starting value is going to be at 4. This starting value is at -1. This starting value, since exponential, we always have our starting value first at 4. And so A and 3 go together since that starting value is at 4. This starting value is at 0, 0. So this is not going to have a multiplier. I can also tell this does not have a multiplier. This does not have a multiplier. This up here does not have a multiplier. So then I'm going to look. It is exponential because I can see right here the pattern that it's going in. And I can also tell that it's going by a negative right here. Okay, and so that would be b and 5 go together since this is a negative x squared. Okay. C, my starting value is at 3. And let's see, I can see 6 right here has a starting value at plus 3. So C and 6 go together. I can also tell it's exponential because it goes, this is not exponential, this is a quadratic. It's a U-shaped, and I can see that it has the same numbers on both sides right here, just the opposites, negative and negative. And then the last one, D, my starting value is going to be at -1 right here. And it looks like I am increasing by 3. And so D goes with 2. Okay, and that is tonight's homework. 50, 51, and 52. Hello, tonight's homework is 1.2.3, 53, 54, and 55. I'm just waiting for this to focus. There we go. Okay, so without referring to your Polygon graphic organizer, see if you can recall the names of each of the shapes below. Okay, so this has it's a triangle, and it has 2 congruent sides, and that is called an isosceles triangle. Okay, this is a polygon that has 5 sides. A 5-sided polygon is called a pentagon, and it has all 5 congruent sides, so that's called a regular pentagon. Okay, this has the opposite sides are parallel. That is a parallelogram. Okay, D is a triangle that has all 3 sides are different, and so that is called a scalene triangle. This is another triangle. It is a right triangle because it has this box of this right angle box right here, and it also has 2 sides that are congruent, and so this is called an isosceles right triangle. And then when you have the bases that are parallel right here, that's called a trapezoid. All right, that's number 53. Moving on to 54. Read the math notes in this box and then answer the following questions. So, the cost of a large flat screen television is decreasing 20% per year. What is the multiplier? So, whenever we are dealing with percentages and decreasing rates and multipliers, um, we always have to subtract from 100 because 100% is a whole. So 100 minus 20 would make this 80%. When they're asking for a multiplier, that means we're changing this 80% to a decimal. And so my multiplier would be 0.8 is my final answer. If a 50-inch flat screen TV now costs $1,200, what will it cost in 3 years? So to do this equation, we could do like f of x equals my starting value is 1,200. My multiplier is 0.8. And then we are going to put that to the power of 3 because that's asking 3 years. And you would go ahead and put this into a calculator. So I like to use Desmos scientific calculator. That is the most effective calculator, I feel. Okay, so I just put in 1,200 and then times 0.8 to the power of 3. And then you can see it's $614.40. That's how much it will cost. Okay, turn the page. See, using the same rate, what will cost in 2 years? Or what will it cost 2 years ago? So we're going to use the same equation, but 2 years ago is going to be minus 2. Okay, so currently it's 1,200. How much how much was it 2 years ago? Because things usually cost more. So then I'm going to put minus 2 here. And it would have cost $1,875. Okay, and then it says write the equation, which we've already done. We can put y equals, or you could put f of x since it does say a function. Either works, f of x or y equals our starting value, which was 1,200, our multiplier, which was 0.8 to the power of x. Okay, y equals the cost, and x equals the time in years. Okay, and now number 55. We're going to simplify the following expression by combining like terms. So a like term is a single number, variable, or product of numbers and variables. How many terms are in the original expression? Okay, so how many terms are in the original expression? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. And then how many are in the simplified expression? So I'm going to see if there's any numbers that have similar variables and exponents. So I have 5x squared plus 4x squared, and I can simplify those and combine them. 5 plus 4 is 9x squared. I then have a plus 6x minus 8x. So a 6x minus an 8x is going to be a minus 2x. And then I have minus 3 plus 2 is going to be a minus 1. And so then I am left with 1, 2, 3 terms. When variables are multiplied by a number, the number is called a coefficient. So these are now coefficients. What is the coefficient of x in your simplified expression? And this one's going to be negative 2. All right. And that was tonight's homework.